For my final piece of coursework, I decided to make a short film of the comedy genre. This is a common genre for short films, meaning that I had plenty of exemplar films available, which helped me to try and find the common conventions of both short films and of the comedy genre. My film follows the story of Jamie, after he steals a rowing boat and then tries to learn to row. After watching short films such as 3x3 by Nuno Rocha and The Moped Diaries, I learnt that it is conventional for short films to have no more than 2 or 3 main characters, as there is no time for the audience to invest in lots of different characters. I adhered to this by having one main protagonist in my film, which is Jamie, and 2 other preliminary characters, which are only around in the film for around 20 seconds. This means that the audience are able to invest in Jamie. Also, it is conventional for short films to have little to no dialogue, such as in 3x3, with the audio consisting mainly of diegetic sounds to help the viewer relate to the location, and maybe a soundtrack or 2 to convey meaning to the audience. I have adhered to this, as I only have 1 line of dialogue in my film, which is used for comedic effect. I include diegetic sounds such as the water splashing and the birds calling, which links into location, along with 3 non-diegetic soundtracks, which I used to enhance the humour of certain scenes, such as when Jamie was struggling to row, and I included a fast-paced, comedic track. Due to the lack of dialogue, short films often rely on visual humour, using techniques such as facial expressions, body language, and editing techniques. This is how short films can utilise mise-en-scène just to improve the product. Another common theme of short films is to take an everyday situation and flip it on its head, such as in The Black Hole, where an office worker prints off a black hole and then he tried to rob the safe in the office, however he was sucked into it. I adhered to this by flipping the situation of going for a walk on its head, as Jamie saw a rowboat and then decided to have a go by stealing it. The reason I did this, as an everyday situation is something that the audience will be able to relate to, and they'll be invested in my film when it flips. Despite the fact that I've adhered to many common conventions, I've also challenged a few. An example of this is the fact that short films usually rely on a plot twist, such as in 3x3 when the janitor becomes good at basketball. I didn't feel like this was necessary for my quirky idea for a film, because the plot twists are usually towards the end of the film and help provide a closed ending.